All right, what's going on, Legionnaires?
Boom!
Welcome to the Legion of Comic Correction. We have a special episode for today. First, I want to be able to say we are certainly missing the Sound Wizard, the Ox King, today.
Yes. And
Unfortunately...
We know Brett didn't watch it, but we miss him too.
We miss Brett too. He didn't watch it. He watched a lot of these. What we're going to do today. No, Brett watched a lot of this. I don't know. Good question.
We took him to like 5 of them. So out of those 5...
There are 54 on this list. He made it to 5.
I think so. No, there's 55 on this list.
Okay.
55 and a half, counting, oh no, you're right, 54 and a half. I'm sorry, 54 and a half.
Okay.
Because Daredevil.
Are you counting? Yeah. You're counting the deep cuts. You're counting the
I'm counting,
honorable mentions.
I'm counting Born Again.
You're
Born Again is ongoing. So,
yeah, that's ongoing. You're right.
We'll make a count. Anyway, go on.
Okay.
Set up the episode. Set it up.
But to be able to say that, Sound Wizard got called in.
Yes.
A lot of you don't know, but he does a lot of work for his city and taking care of all of the electrical eels that power the power grid.
He's a hero.
Yeah, he's a hero. He really is.
I mean, we wouldn't have had Jamie Foxx as Electro if it wasn't for him.
He's maybe not the hero we want, but he's the hero we deserve.
We'll never have to say thank you.
We'll never have to say thank you.
And we never do.
And we actually don't.
We never do.
Actually, I made fun of him.
Just kidding.
But we miss him.
We do.
Today, we have a very special episode. I'm very excited for this. We are going through the entire MCU list of properties that they have put out, movies, TV shows, even little bits.
All the way back to 2008.
Exactly. And we're going to go through every phase, and we are giving you our ranking on every single one. And I fully expect to have hit Greg in the face with a unicorn again by the end of this episode.
100%.
Because there's definitely going to be ones we're fighting over. But I'm excited to do this because, number one, this was my idea. Number two, that's very rare that this ever happens.
That's the only reason why you're excited. No, honestly, it's a good call because tier lists are popular right now.
They are?
So we're gonna start trending.
I didn't know that. No. Did I think it? No.
You know what? It's because you just naturally exude social media.
I exude popularity.
That's right.
No, but what's really cool about this is because we do ratings for every movie and TV show, this is the first time we're going back and we're looking at like the entire piece of content because we did a lot of these and looking at, and that helps us with being able to aggregate our own scores going forward. So that helps. That was exciting. This is exciting.
It made me reevaluate a little bit too because like we've done most of these as episodes.
That's true.
And so going back and like, I wonder if they actually line up. I didn't go back. I mean, I dn't do that much research. I didn't go back and see what I said.
No, neither did I.
But I wonder if it did. It'll be fun. And
I know some of them do. I know very well.
I'm like, in here that were like,
I remember what I said.
Oh, Eternals?
Top tier.
S tier. Double S. Is that a thing?
It was a horrible thing back in the day.
Yes, true.
Nobody wants to be an SS
Where's
tier.
Captain America?
1S. Get Captain America back here.
How about S squared? Do we do S squared?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not even going there. S cubed. S cubed.
We could do
Interesting. We could do S cubed.
Well,
we would skip right over S squared.
We don't need that. Here's the other thing, guys. This is really great to look through because we have Fantastic Four coming out.
Yes.
Depending on when you guys are watching this, it might already be out.
Well, and there's a lot coming out.
Well, but the reason why Fantastic Four is something big is because it's kind of there's rumor it's a reset. It takes place in another universe. It's setting up a new band of heroes.
It can't be a full reset, though.
Well, but it's nice.
Thunderbolts is coming out too.
But that's before.
I know, but this is what I'm saying is like it can't.
But it's nice to go through and see all this before we hit Marvel's first family.
I call BS because we also saw the cast list for Doomsday and there's people in that.
We're talking about that in
I know, but what I'm saying is there are people in that who wouldn't be reset. That doesn't make any sense.
But no, it does because if they all converge in one battle realm, then we can go after the battle realm's over. We can go back to whatever universe they want us to, and maybe we'll go back to the new one.
Interesting.
And leave the old heroes behind. Let them kind of die out.
I don't know. I'm definitely for people dying.
Yes.
100%.
Well, guys, if you are for people dying, mostly in comic book movies, like and subscribe, hit that bell. We are a comic podcast that talks all about comic books. So if you like that kind of stuff, like and subscribe.
Yes.
Check back here. We have episodes out at least twice a month or so. We're really busy right now, so about twice a month we have episodes come out. If you want to support in a bigger way, you can click the links in the description to go to our store, legionofcc.com, where you can buy sweet merch like that and that. and sweet merch.
Greg's designing stuff all the time.
I'm trying.
He is.
I'm trying.
He is. You got to give him credit.
And if you want to see some of that design work,
some of it's good, some of it's bad. I don't know.
Some of it's trash.
Some of it is garbage.
Some of it stays up
some
there.
Of it's absolute garbage.
If you want to see the behind the scenes of all of our design work and the development of our podcast, you can join our Patreon.
Yeah.
So our Patreon down the link.
Your animations, dude.
Yeah, we got quite a bit of animated stuff coming up.
Very exciting.
There's some process.
I've only been saying that since day one.
I know, and I've been trying to learn it since day one. It's tough, man. It's like not just drawing. I mean, it's drawing, but drawing like a whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you want to help us out, guys, you can join our Patreon. There's multiple tiers. You get lots of different kinds of stuff, like behind the scenes images and artwork and ways to vote on stuff and free stickers every month.
Yep.
Right now, we're in the month of April. And
it is April.
It is, yeah. And it is the Podcast of Nothing exclusive sticker. So go ahead and check that out. That one's being sent out to all of our members.
Because it's my birthday month. I thought it was going to be my face.
I try and make sure that your ego stays pretty low.
That's
so
a good point.
I just kind of, swipe
it's really
the leg
hard
as much as possible.
It's really hard.
It's tough. Guys, all the money from our merch store and from Patreon goes to making this podcast better. So if you want to make our show better, because it's kind of trash right now, go ahead and join and help us out. All right, we're getting better. We're getting better.
Let's jump in, man. Let's do this. I'm excited.
Jumping in. So we're gonna break it up by phase as well. So we'll start with phase 1, and we'll go through the phase 1 movies. We're just gonna rapid fire it. We're gonna go through the name, give our grade F to S. We are gonna break down what we mean if we have an S or if we have an F.
Yeah.
The other ones. You'll just figure it out.
Yeah.
We don't want you guys to be here all
letter
day.
grades. Think about it letter grade.
Yeah, think about it like at school.
Yeah.
All right. So 2008, man, Iron Man 1.
Iron Man 1, A.
I gave it an S, actually.
You gave it an S?
I gave it an S.
I feel like that's just...
How many times have you seen it?
A bunch of times. I've seen it a lot.
So many times. It's probably the movie I've seen the most in the MCU.
I'm not saying it's not potentially S-worthy. I'm not debating that, but I feel like...
Right out the gate, man. It was so good and so different and such a breath of fresh air.
It was.
I could not give it an A.
I just couldn't give it an S when you compare it to some of the other S's.
There are some other S's
list.
They are better, I think.
Yeah.
But just for it's kind of like, think about it, to me, I think of it like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you might not like his music or you might love his music, but you can't deny that he's the king of pop.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like,
and that's why I'm not denying your S. I'm not surprised by it either.
Yeah, sure.
I just give it an A because I just think when I'm looking at some of the other S's on this list, and I'm trying to be really picky with my S choices.
Yeah.
Like I just can't put it in the same place given what has come out since.
True.
If you asked me a little bit earlier on, I probably would have had it in that S tier. But now I've seen how far they've come with certain things. I just can't quite get there.
Do you think it's the best movie of Phase 1?
Let me look here. No.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't believe it is the best movie of Phase 1.
Fair enough. All right, second one, 2008, the same year. Incredible Hulk.
I gave this a D.
You gave Incredible Hulk a D?
I gave it a D.
I gave it a C.
Yeah.
It wasn't great.
We're not that far off
bad.
on it.
I mean, I like Ed Norton. I think he's cool.
I love Ed Norton.
I think he does a good job.
I actually...
Yeah.
When he got recast, even though I think Eric Bana is...
Not Eric Bana.
Oh, my gosh.
Eric Bana was fun, too.
Eric Bana was fun, too.
He was fine, too.
No, Mark Ruffalo. Even though Mark Ruffalo is great. I think he's... And I can't see anyone else as the Hulk at this point. Not anymore. But I thought Edward Norton kind of...
You think he'll come back in Secret Wars?
I don't think so. I think Edward Norton's lost to it.
I don't think he wants to.
I don't think he has any interest because I think the thing was they went and got Edward Norton. And he was always an indie guy, and then they went out and did this, and it was like his first major big box office. He believed in it
too, man. He put everything into it.
He did.
He really believed in it, and I feel like he was disappointed when they switched him at the beginning. But I think he's made his peace.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's beyond him at this point. So
fair enough.
I gave it a D.
D. All right, and I gave it a C. 2010, Iron Man 2.
I gave this a D.
Yeah, I gave it a C.
I know, but then you and I were talking a little bit ahead of time.
You were reminding me about the ending.
Dude, the ending is terrible.
I might give it a C minus then.
The ending is really bad. If you think about this, so Whiplash gets destroyed in like 30 seconds. 30 seconds, he's destroyed.
Well, he was with Mickey Rourke. he was a wasted villain. He's an incredible actor.
100%. And then Hammer is what makes this movie.
Yeah, because Sam Rockwell makes every movie.
Right. He was phenomenal.
Rockwell and RDJ in the same movie. We're taking too much time on things that are not S and S. Did you know that Elon Musk is in that movie?
I did not.
Yeah, he at the raceway when they went. Remember when he has the sick suitcase suit?
Yeah,
that thing's cool.
That is very cool.
When he's like smoozing up in the penthouse or whatever.
Is Elon there?
Elon's there. Yeah.
Really?
And he like bumps into it. They like knock shoulders.
That's interesting.
Yeah, we'll see if our video gets flagged because we put Elon's name in it. see if he
just
comes.
for saying
see
it.
if he comes for us.
Yeah, maybe he will.
He might. I can take him. All right, 2011, Thor, the first Thor, just Thor.
Yeah,
just Thor.
Thor.
What'd you give it?
B.
I gave it an A.
Really?
I like it. I like.
Dude, you're a letter grade consistently above me. On every single one, you've been a letter grade above me.
I feel like that's. I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised by it, but I'm just saying.
Kenneth Branagh is one of my favorite directors.
He's great.
He does some really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
And he really leaned into the Shakespeare aspect of Thor.
You're not wrong.
Which is a hit or miss with people, but I really enjoyed it. That's how I read Thor when I was a kid. You know, he was always very like the yea, verily, thee, and thou, and I thought that was cool. I mean, I like what Thor became. I thought this was cool.
I think, well, to a certain extent. Let me rephrase that.
Well, it eventually became.
It gets better and then it gets really bad. Yeah,
we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah,
but I say, number one, we also have to remember a couple of different things. Thor had blonde eyebrows.
He did. It was gross. and you know what? They all admitted that was wrong.
That was a solid storyline, though.
It was.
I thought it was a solid start for
and
Thor.
Tom Hiddleston was freaking like welcoming him in and as Loki. That was his first real big movie.
All I'm saying is like,
and he's great.
That is a solid B to me.
Gotcha.
That's what
right
I'm
in
like,
the middle road.
Like above average. Remember, C is an average.
Gotcha.
That's where, in my mind, C is an average movie.
Gotcha. Yeah. So B is a little bit above.
B is above an average movie. I put it above an average movie. Thor is above an average movie. It's not up there with some of these other ones. A is an excellent grade. S is out of this world. So it's like out of
this world. Yeah.
That's the way I look at these letter grades.
I love me some Chris Hemsworth though.
Yeah.
All right. Same year, 2011. Captain America, the first Avenger.
I will surprise you here. I gave it a B. Even though I hate Captain America.
Guess what I gave it?
A A.
Yeah, an A.
Yeah.
I gave it an A.
This guy, it's a full letter grade above me.
Full every time.
Dude, you're curved.
Well, did you do minuses? I didn't do minuses.
I didn't do any minuses.
So then
I did no pluses.
But a full letter up
I know, but still, every single one has been a letter grade above mine.
Well, let's see if we can keep the trend.
Come on.
2012.
Wait. Captain America First Avenger. Yeah. I thought, again, I just want to say, solid start.
Yeah,
like, I actually really like the flashback. Yeah. Oh, gosh. And then they don't have him anymore.
Well, he didn't want to do it.
Well.
He did. I mean, I don't blame him. They covered him in that red, all that junk on his face.
He was so good.
He was so good.
I love the introduction of Hydra.
Yes.
And I like the
going double back Nazi salute.
To
great.
the double Nazi.
The double Nazi salute.
Yeah, that's exactly
we're like Hitler, but twice as evil. Yeah.
But I always really like those, like, going back to that time period.
Yeah. Like the Eternals. Man, they went back in time too. It's so good.
Peggy Carter was great in that too.
She was
good.
She was, and then I feel like when we talked about this before, I feel like they overused her
100%.
But she was. Yeah. I loved having her back in Multiverse of Madness.
We missed that one on here. You missed Agent Carter on this list.
That one was not. That's a fathered in one.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was when they originally meant it to be canon because they had Coulson's in it, obviously.
Yeah.
And not Agent Carter. I'm sorry, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They're both.
No, I'm talking Agent Carter.
They're both, I believe, were in the same boat.
Really?
Of like not.
Cool.
I never saw any of it,
good
so I can't even say if it was good or not. Did you ever watch it?
I watched Agent Carter. It wasn't very good.
I watched Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was very good.
I liked Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
S.H.I.E.L.D. was very fun.
loved Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but Agent Carter wasn't great.
That's a shame.
No.
All right, which is a shame because she's a great actress.
She's a great actress.
Yeah. All right, end of Phase 1. So Phase 1 ends with The Avengers 2012. First time we get all these big namers. Well, they weren't big namers then, but like main characters from different movies into one movie. What'd you give this one?
S.
Oh.
I gave this an S.
How the turns have tabled. I gave it an A.
Really?
I did.
Okay.
I mean, it was fine.
Really?
Yeah. There's here's the thing you're going to have to explain yourself because you gave the S.
Because I gave the S.
But I will say there are lots of S-worthy moments in it, but I just don't feel like the whole thing is an S.
I do.
Here's the deal. For me, S-ranked movies, I will never say no to watching.
I'll never say no to watching Avengers.
I think there are times where I'm like, I don't want to see the first one.
Really?
Yeah, so it's an A. I still think it's great.
I think about
why did you put it S?
It's how well they brought everybody together. So, we've seen a lot of superhero team-up movies at this point now.
Yes, we have.
They brought, and I'm not even just talking about in
the MCU.
In the MCU, I'm talking about across the board. They did such a good job.
Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of bringing all of the characters together, intertwining their stories in very, very cool ways.
True.
And I also they were so thoughtful about so many parts of it, of how it's set up for their long-term picture.
True.
Okay.
Most of the first 3 phases
Endgame couldn't run without Avengers walking.
Right. 100%.
The movie is based in the movie.
Yeah.
We go back to it. We go back to it.
Yeah, for sure.
There's so many cool pieces to it that I believe just set up so well. Yeah. I thought it brought everything together really well, and it actually saved some of the characters for me. So, for example, Hulk got saved because Ruffalo got cast.
Sure,
it redeemed the character of Hulk from Incredible Hulk.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, agreed.
It made me appreciate at least a little bit Captain America leading. Okay.
He's a great leader.
He is a great leader.
He's the leader.
He is white bread.
And Tony makes them look cool.
Right.
That's
exactly.
Great.
Exactly. And that dynamic was set.
That's true. And they are just a wonderful.
Right.
They're the best part, I think.
And then we get Loki.
Of it all.
Yeah. But Loki's not even the big bad. Right. And we actually get the introduction of Thanos.
Yeah, not Brolin yet.
But we get the introduction of like, oh my gosh, there's something bigger.
Right, there's something more than just the Chitauri coming in here.
Cutscenes.
True. Yeah, right. It's like a cutscene of a
medium. The end credit scenes are built off of this end credit scene. Fine. I don't believe it any other.
I'll do it myself.
Exactly.
Great.
Come on. Okay. That's why I put it as S.
I hear that. All right, into phase 2.
So wait, hold on. Are we going to look at phase 1 as a whole first?
Phase 1 as a whole. All right, so phase 1 as a whole, I mean, I had 1 S, 2 C's, and 3 A's.
Yeah. See, I had 1 A, 2 B's, 2 D's, and an S. See, when I look at phase 1, it is just setting it up.
You had, for sure. You had multiple D, you had 2 D's. What were your 2 D's?
My 2 D's were Incredible Hulk and Iron Man 2.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I would almost...
Which, let's think about it.
I would almost change Iron Man 2 to D, like after what you talked about. I think I'd keep Incredible Hulk as C.
But think about this for 1 second. Incredible Hulk is, like, they got rid of Hulk movies because of Incredible Hulk.
For sure.
Right?
For sure. Which I don't think it deserves that, but...
No, I don't think it deserves that, but they did.
Yeah, they did.
And then Iron Man 2 is...
Yeah, it's not great.
Not good.
The best part of Iron Man 2?
What?
Don Cheadle introduced.
You're
great.
right. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So phase 1.
So I mean, I
amazing.
Honestly believe Avengers was so crucial to saving them going forward.
Yeah.
Like, because otherwise they don't hit their stride in phase 1.
I don't think they hit their stride until phase 3. Honestly.
I really agree with you. I do agree with you.
Phase 2 is a little rough as well.
I agree with you.
Okay, Legion. This video got away from us. We're going to have to break it down into 5 MCU Phase tier videos. That's right, 5. 5! So whichever one you're on, sit back, relax, and click that next tier video. We'll see you guys next time on the Legion of Comic Correction.